This is Vicki Selhorst with InBuzz Group. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to create an email campaign using MailChimp. First, there's a few things you need to do to get started or have ahead of time to get started. One, you're going to want your logo or a photo or a call to action ready before you start your email campaign. And what I mean by call to action, I mean you want a clear purpose as to why you're sending this email and what exactly you want the person that's reading this email to do when they read this email. Do you want them to go to your website, to a certain place on your website? Do you want them to go to your blog? Do you want them to go to your social media channels? So have an idea of what action you want them to take when they're reading your email, and that's what I mean by call to action. So when you go to make your email, you want to be concise and compelling and conversational. You want to keep it short and sweet. Don't make it too long. Use powerful adjectives and words that are timely, that'll make them act now. And I like to put bullet points in part of my email just to break it up a little bit to make the information easier to digest. You can have videos or images or links to videos in your email depending on what you're trying to do. And at the very end of your email, you want to sum it up with reiterate your goal, what you want to happen after reading this. And then in my emails, I always include social media sharing so that they can share my information with other people, which will mean that my information will be viewed by an audience that I didn't already have. And then I allow my email to be used in a web browser, and then it is the law, and plus you want to have the option to be able to opt out of your emails or unsubscribe from them. You don't want them to ever think of you as a spammer and such. So let's get started by logging into our MailChimp account. Okay, so we need to log in. And that takes you to your dashboard. And so what we're going to want to do from here is, I'm assuming that our list is already uploaded. And if you want information about how to upload a list, I did create another video about uploading lists that you can watch. But so let's just assume that your list is already in there, and I'm going to create a campaign. And in this section, it's asking me, do I want a regular campaign? So it's like a lovely HTML pretty campaign, but has a plain text alternative. Do I want a simple plain text email, no formatting, no nothing? Or do I want an A/B split campaign, which means, I'm going to have basically the same email, but I'm going to change the subject line and maybe the from name and the date and time I send it. So that I can see which works best. And then there's the RSS driven campaign, which is from an RSS feed. But today we're going to do a regular old campaign. So we're going to hit select. And then here's where we pick what list we want our campaign to go to. Do we want it to go to the test list that I just submitted, did a video about a little bit ago? And I think so. Today I think we'll use our test list. And here it's asking you, you're going to send it to the whole list or a segment of your list. And I'm not going to get into list segmentation today. We're just going to talk about how to actually make a campaign. So we'll hit send to the entire list. And then we just hit next. And then here's where you name your campaign, and name it something that's familiar to you. Nobody else sees this but you. So name it something that you'll recognize if you ever want to go back and replicate that campaign. So today I think we're going to call it the test email campaign. And then the email subject. You put it in now, but you can always go back and tweak it. Once you put it in here and hit next, it's not permanent. You can come back, and you may want to after you write it. But I'm going to and you want to make your subject lines kind of compelling and short, but to the point, a little bit intriguing, but not tricky. So I'm going to say something like, top blogging tips for insurance agents. I can come back and tweak it later, but I think for right now, because my email topic today is about blogging. And then the from name, you can change this, but it should be something that people recognize when they see the email coming in. And then this is the, the from email address. And then in here, there's some other things you can do. You can click personalization in the to field, which I like to do. And if you watched my email on creating a list, you'll see why this will kind of tie that together, why I wanted that first name and last name and company name in separate columns. Because when I go to personalize my email, it's going to pull from that data. So if everything was all together, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So we're going to personalize this email. And here's where you can, if this is about an event or something, you can auto post this to tweet it out and auto post it to Facebook, which I do that when it's like I'm inviting people to a specific event sometimes. But today we're just going to leave that blank. So then we're going to hit next. Okay, and this is where we pick out the template or the layout of our email. Now, if you're doing an email newsletter, there's some great templates here where you can have, different photos and articles and segment your newsletter in all kinds of different ways. Or if you're doing an invite, an evite or something, but there's lots of templates here to choose from. But today we're just going to do a simple one column email. Okay. The beauty of MailChimp and this is, MailChimp and HubSpot are one of my favorite email service providers to use, but MailChimp is great because you can have a free account, which this is actually a free account that I'm using for InBuzz because our list of people isn't big enough right now for us to have to pay for our list, which is the beauty of it. MailChimp will grow with you. I believe when our list gets to 2,000 people, then we have to do a paid version, but again, it's very affordable and very easy to use. It's all drag and drop. So first of all, for our email today, it says you can drag an image here or browse for an image. Well, we'll browse for it, but this could be simply your logo. If that's what you want to put here, it could be a photo. But in our instance, I actually created an actual sort of banner for the top of our email. So I'm going to hit browse under upload image. And here's some of the images that I already have loaded in here prior to this. So if you wanted to use one of those, you could click on it and then just hit select and it would use that image. But I'm going to show you how to upload one. So you just hit upload. And then I'm going to go to where I have these videos at. And this is my how to create an email. And I made a banner image right there. So we're just going to hit open. I already had it formatted, but again, you could just use your logo. You don't have to create a banner, but that's just what I did for this one because my email today is going to be about the benefits of blogging and why I think insurance agents should come to our Institute of Insurance Digital Marketing. So in here, once I have the image the way I want it, I just hit save and close if I'm ready. But what I like to do too is I like to sometimes put a link behind the image if they clicked on it. So for this one, the easiest way that I find to do it is to go to your actual website or wherever the link is and just copy the URL, and then when you go back to your email, looks like there it is. When you go back to your email, you can just paste in that URL. And the advanced options are: do you want if someone clicks on this and they go to your website, do you want them to go on the same page they're on or have a new window pop up? So you'll just do that, and then you can also do Alt. And this is like if you send an email to somebody, and I knew you've probably received emails where it'll say right click to download images, but until that image downloads, you'll just see text of where the image was. I like to always put in the alt text because a lot of people don't click to download the image. So I'm going to type in here that it's the Institute of Insurance Digital Marketing because that's really the message of this banner is that Okay, now I'm just going to save and close that. And now I'm ready to start working on the body of the email. So when I click in here, it's going to open up this editor right here. So I'm going to, you can either do a snazzy headline that, the importance of blogging or something to that effect. And then here you could say, do your headline. And in my case, my headline is did you know, trouble typing today. Blog, the agencies that blog 15 times or more per month get 5 times more web traffic than agencies that don't blog. So there, I've created a compelling and snazzy headline that's probably going to get somebody to want to read more. Now, in the interest of time, because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me type, I have gone and I have this all typed out somewhere else. So I'm going to just copy and paste it so that you don't have to, like I said, watch me type everything in. Okay. So we'll go back here and you can do that if you feel more comfortable editing your email outside of the email editor. You can type it in a Word doc and copy and paste it as well. So right here, I'm just going to highlight over the text, the dummy text that they have there, and I'm just going to paste in my text right there. So one thing I'm going to do is I want to do email personalization, because I personally think that that really helps make these more personable. So we'll leave our headline alone, but we're going to add a dear, and then we're going to add a personalization. So when you go over here to, it's called merge tags, you're going to click on that, and it's going to give you some options of how you can customize it. We're just going to do first name. We're going to be personal, and then you're going to want to, put a comma behind it like it's a regular, salutation to somebody. But you could, in the body of the email, you could say, the company name, you could have that fill in. There's all kinds of different ways to use personalization. So it looks like my email has, the formatting, it kept the formatting that I had in my email. I think what I want to do, though, is I want to pull out my headline from there. And I think I want to put it in the body of the email instead. So we'll put that in there. Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, yeah, it did. All right. So basically, I kept it short and sweet. I have a compelling opening sentence, and then I say, consider these facts, and I give a few bullet points about, how blogging can, increase traffic to your website and the benefits of blogging. And then in here I have, a link to, some content on my website or a blog that I also have. Now, are you not sure how to get started? Here is this is my real call to action in here is, that I want them to join the InBuzz group for our Institute of Insurance Digital Marketing in May. That's the real purpose of this email. At the top, I'm educating them, telling them what they need to do, but this is what I want them to ultimately do is click on this link and go to our website, find out more information, and register. And then at the end, I just sum it up. 1 hour of effort today can turn into hundreds of thousands of views and leads in the future. We hope to see you in the Institute of Insurance Digital Marketing. So I pretty much got the body of my email the way I want it to look. I've signed my name, but let's say I want to put in my logo here at the bottom just to reiterate that it's from me and I am with InBuzz Group. So you could even put your photo in here, and I do that for some of my emails. I'll put in the photo so that people kind of, you know, see what I look like and it feels more personal. But today we're just going to put in our logo. So you're going to go in here under image. That's what that is there. And we're going to just add our logo. I already actually have our logo loaded into here. Oh, right there, InBuzz Group logo. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to hit select. And again, you put in the width here, and you can just play with this, because if you put it in and it ends up too big, you can delete it and put it in again. But I know for a fact that our logos, oh, sorry about that. I clicked a button there. So I'm going to hit this image icon again. I'm going to click on our logo. I'm going to hit select. Okay, and I know that our image works best when it's about, you know, 150 pixels wide. And again, I'm going to put that link into our website in case anyone clicks on the logo. Okay, save and insert. So now my logo is at the bottom of the email as well, and it's also a clickable link. Now to put these links in or take links out, you would just like for instance here, I actually didn't mean for this link to be in here. It must just copied in from Word. So I'm going to just go under the link and I'm going to hit remove link if a link accidentally appeared in there. And to add a link, like let's say I want to make this Institute of Insurance Digital Marketing a link, a clickable link as well. I would just highlight the what I want to make a link, and then I go up here into the linking feature and I click on it, and then again you just copy and paste the URL from where you want them to go. I have it already open here, so I know that's where I want them to go. And again, I'm just gonna copy the link and I'm just gonna paste it right into the right exact link where I want them to go. Now if I want to bold, this works just like, you know, it's kind of intuitive right here. You know, you can bold that, you can italicize it. You know, there's all kinds of ways to customize it. You can change the color of it. So let's say I wanted it to stand out a little more, I can make it blue. Same with this link, you know, if I want to make that link blue as well, so that, you know, when someone's skimming through the email, they see the important things are highlighted. You can change the font, you can change whether it's a headline, the size, you make bullets or numbering here, again just highlighting the text. If you don't like the way you formatted something, you can clear the style. You can make everything centered or left or justified, you know, just like in other email campaigns. So I'm going to hit save and close because I'm pretty sure I got this the way that I want it. And now in this section, again, it's drag and drop. If I wanted to put in a photo, I would just drag that photo to wherever I wanted. I don't, so I'm not going to let go of it. Or if I wanted a photo with a caption or social media icons, again, I would drag them right exactly where I wanted them. But what I do want is I want my social following. I want people to follow this email. So I'm going to put in my social following icons in here. And over here is where I can actually put the URL right into the social icons I want, and I can add additional ones. So and also reorder them. So for one, I think I want my my website to be the first one you see. So I'm just going to click on those three dots there and drag that to the top. And then it's up to you what importance you put on these or what order you want them in after that. But I know I want to add my LinkedIn. So I'm going to look for the LinkedIn icon and add LinkedIn. And then I'm also going to add in YouTube. So I'm going to add in YouTube, and you can add in, there's others that you can add in as well. You can add in, you know, an email, so someone could actually forward this email to somebody else, or email you. You can send in Google Plus, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So there's several choices that you have. So to get your URL in here, the simplest way to do it for me is I just open up. I get them from our website. I have all the icons built into our website, and I'll go to our website and just click on them to get the URLs. So the InBuzz group one, it already knew it because when I filled out my MailChimp account, I had to put that in there. But for Facebook, I have that tab open already. Again, just copy the URL, go back to your template builder, and you're just going to paste in the URL. And so then when they click on the Facebook icon, instead of just going to the general Facebook screen, they're going to go to your Facebook page. So I'm just going to do the rest for all of the other ones, and like I said, I already opened them to make it a little easier for purposes of the video today. I'm going to go in, I'm going to replace Twitter's and then our LinkedIn as well. Okay, and I think the last one here is YouTube. What I like about the YouTube one though is if I want them to go to a specific video, I can have it go right to a video, or if I want to have them go to just a particular playlist, I can put in that URL. But for this one, we're just going to have it go to our regular YouTube, just our main homepage for YouTube. Okay, so then we're going to save and close. Okay, so now you've kind of got this is your screen you see now is your pretty HTML email. If you want to preview what it's going to look like, you can do preview and test, but there is one more area I forgot to tell you that you need to edit. Up here you want to do, this is called your preview text area. So you want to put in a description of, a preview, a short couple sentences saying, why do you want to why should somebody open this email? So I'm probably going to put in that, something about blogging will drive thousands of leads to your website, and to learn how sign up for the Institute of Marketing. But it can be anything. It could be, some people use this area to let people know why they're getting the email. Like it could say something about you're receiving this email because you opted into the PIAA of Ohio's, email list, or you're getting this email because you subscribe to our newsletter. You can do a lot of different things with your preview text. Okay, so to preview and test your email is up here, and you just want to hit enter preview mode. And one of the things I really love about MailChimp too is it doesn't just show you how your email is going to preview on a desktop type computer or a tablet, but it's going to show you how it's going to look on a mobile device. And more people are reading their emails on their mobile phone, and you don't want it to look weird. So this kind of shows you that, okay, this email is going to actually read really nicely on my mobile device, and if it didn't, you could go back in and make some tweaks. So here you want to test your link. So I'm going to just test the link here just to make sure that it went to the correct. I think I have too many windows open, so it's not gonna preview it for me. But again, you would just click on here and test your links to make sure that everything's going to the right place. And when you're done previewing it and seeing how it's going to look for everybody else, you're just going to X out of it. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is, when you go back to you're going to hit next, and it's going to do some confirmation stuff. basically you'll get a red flag if something's not working right or you didn't fill out something properly. But what I like to edit in here is HTML email. I like to hit edit on this because this is the plain text version of your email. This is going to show you, what your email looks like with, well, it's supposed to. What it's going to show you what it looks like with all of the color removed and things like that. All right, so let's go back to, oh, I clicked HTML template. That's why it didn't pop up. So plain text email. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is what your email is going to look like if it's just in plain text where they don't have HTML enabled on their phone. And sometimes it puts in a lot of extraneous characters and different things, and you want this to be as clean as possible. So I actually will start here to remove some stuff, like take out things that I just are extraneous, I think. And then you can use, keyboarding tricks here to make things stand out. Put asterisks in, or you can even put in, instead of asterisks, I could put in something like that to draw attention to something. But again, you're limited to just keyboard tools here. And here, instead of the first name, I'm probably just going to put Dear, Independent Agent. Again, because this is just the plain text format. And then everything kind of got scrunched together here with the bullets. So I'm just going to put spaces in between because, everybody's eyes like a little bit of white space in there, and that just makes that a little easier to read. So again, didn't need a whole lot with this email. I might put, like, look, I have 2 of these. I probably need to just take out, and then I'm probably going to put in a little, little space in between all of these. It looks like it put duplicates in. So that's a little cleaner now. But that's about all I would do to the plain text. Just clean it up a bit and make it a little easier to digest. I'm not going to talk about social cards today, but let's go ahead and hit schedule. This is where you can schedule the date that you want it to go out, the time you want it to go out. And once you send this email campaign, once you hit schedule, it's saying, your email's been scheduled. If you would have hit sent, it would say, that your email was sent. And then once an email is sent, I'm going to show you some analytics just briefly, because that's not actually what we're here to talk about today. We're just talking about how to make the email, but I'm going to show you what it looks like once you've sent an email. So basically, when you go back to campaigns, it'll tell you, like this particular email right here, I have some analytics on. After the email is sent, you're going to want to check back, and it's going to show you the report. So you want to click View Report. And it shows me that, I had a 40% open rate, which is really pretty good. I had two people actually open the email. And it tells me who they were, and this was a very small list, but it shows me who they were, and it shows me exactly what links that they clicked on. So, but anyway, that's it in a nutshell on how to make an email campaign. Sorry, there was a few stumbles along the way, but it's kind of hard to talk about something that's a little bit lengthy and not make some mistakes. If you have any questions or you want to see more YouTube videos that we've created, reach out to us. We can be reached at inbuzz.com, inbuzzgroup.com, or you can reach us at at our phone number. So again, it's Vicki with InBuzz Group, and I hope this informational was helpful.